Well, I'm having great faith that we are live and everything is going good. And so I'm going to start working on sharing my screen so that we could get the show on the road. And we are here. Yes. I'm just double checking before I get rambling away all to myself. And I forgot my buddy Limir. He's supposed to be here with me. I forgot. Darn it. Anyway, welcome everyone to my weekly wellness discovery show. And really the best way for you to have a nice long-lasting life where, you're full of all the good energy you want and you look good, you feel great, all those wonderful things, is by getting educated on some of the natural things that you can do to help support those feelings. So today we're going to get into a topic that it affects pretty much every part of our lives, even if we don't realize it. And this goes for both men and women, and that's your hormones. Now, if you've been in my wellness center recently, you'll see there's a great article in there. Tired, foggy, moody. Well, there's some good reasons why that could be, and I would love for you to check that out. We'll get into that in a little bit as well. Now, if you haven't subscribed, it's pretty easy. I'll put the link attached to this show for you, and it's Danny Cade Wellness. And all you do is you just put in your name, your email address, and you now have access to all of the recipes that are in there. There's some great interviews and articles, plus all the previous Vitality for Life shows are all archived in there, and there's a whole lot more. So again, I'll have that available for you at the end of the show. A little bit about me, and this is where Limir is supposed to be with me. I messed up. Sorry, Limir. He's in my room. Anyway, the whole reason I became a wellness educator is because back in 97, I was bit by a tick, didn't realize what that meant to my life. And so the next 4.5 years, I basically lost my job. I lost my social life. I lost some of my family, my friends. I was pretty much isolated at home, locked up with severe pain that felt like back labor and many other complications that went with it, but it's too long to get into all that. But anyway, what I had learned is that sometimes mainstream medicine is not going to be your best friend. They're not going to be there to help you. It's outside of the box or is something they don't believe in. And so then what do you do? And it's amazing when you're desperate to get your life back to, the quality you used to enjoy, that one you took for granted. It's amazing what you will do to get that back. And so I started looking for answers in places that I would have normally said, oh, that's all woo-woo stuff. But turns out some of that woo-woo stuff is actually pretty down to earth, realistic information that helped me to get my life back to where I wanted it to be and then some. So, basically, that's how I became a wellness educator. I've taken almost 30 years of information that I've learned. I've put it all together for you. I, share some of it in these shows, some in my Tea Talk, it's in my YouTube, my blog, and a lot of it is in that wellness center that you're going to sign up for. And basically, it's there to help you improve your health by showing you all the different things you can do that I did or other people did that helped them to live in harmony with nature. And it really gave those that I've helped the power to live their best life just as it did mine. So thanks for joining me on this wellness journey. Now, last week we talked about burnout, what it really is, how it shapes up in our everyday life, how it shows up. I also shared 9 practical strategies for you, which is kind of like setting things like boundaries, prioritizing self-care, staying connected, the different things that we do to protect our energy and our mental well-being. It's all very important. Now, there's a great article in that wellness center that you're signing up for, feeling burned out, 9 strategies that can help. And I know we covered a little bit about that last week, but the article gets into a little more detail. So I hope you check it out. Now, if you're feeling tired, foggy, maybe you're snapping at people you wouldn't normally snap at, or you're just off, you might be thinking it could be the stress load you're under. Maybe it's just because you're getting older. Maybe you're hangry, but it could be your hormones as well. I struggle with that word, hormones. There we go. Trying to tell you something that you need to hear. And I'm going to break it down a little bit. There's some key players when it comes to our hormonal health. And it's not just about, periods or menopause. There's a lot more to it. Basically, it's your body's master messengers. It influences your mood, your metabolism, your sleep, even your weight, and a whole lot more. But we're going to go through some of that together. Now, there's estrogen, and that is very important for supporting your monthly cycle, your bones, your mood and skin. But if you have too much or too little, you could see things like bloating, hot flashes, mood swings, progesterone. This is another one that is very important. It's a calming hormone. And if it's low, then you're going to feel a lot more anxiety. You're going to have a tough time sleeping all night long, and you can feel symptoms of PMS as they show up. Now, this is one that once you get it adjusted, it's amazing how the night sweats go away. You can actually go to bed and stay asleep until morning unless you do the middle of the night bathroom trip. But it makes a big difference. Okay. Testosterone. Yes, that's a male hormone in general, but we women need it too. It helps with our muscle, libido, and mental clarity. Now, cortisol is one that women are more familiar with than we are testosterone. It's a stress hormone. If we have too much of it, this is what builds up belly fat, gives us fatigue and anxiety at the same time. But if you have too little of a cortisol, burnout and low energy can also hit too. Kind of weird how that works. It affects us differently, just so you know. Insulin, that's a blood sugar hormone. It affects our energy. And if we have imbalances there, it can cause cravings, weight gain, or PCOS risk. Now, there's also thyroid hormones. Many of us know about this, T3, T4, TSH. And this helps to regulate our metabolism and our energy levels. If it's imbalanced, it can show up as hair thinning, brain fog, low mood. That's generally low thyroid. High thyroid, well, you can find yourself going into overdrive. It's not fun either. So what happens when our hormones, see, I told you that word's a struggle for me. Hormones are out of whack. Well, you could feel emotionally drained, feel very foggy, disconnected, distracted. You might not feel the motivation at work you normally would. You might feel distant in your relationships. Or you might even find yourself Googling things like, why don't I feel like myself? Well, that could be part of the answer. But here's the good news. You're not broken. You're just out of balance. And that's something that you can support naturally. Now, there's a couple of supplements that really help with hormonal imbalance. Magnesium is a very powerful mineral when it comes to calming your stress system, and it keeps your cortisol levels balanced. It's kind of like a reset button for your body. I find this one very helpful. Ashwagandha, I talk about this very often with people. It's an adaptogen. It's been used for centuries, and it does help to your body to adapt to the stress levels that you're under. It can support your mood, your thyroid function, and even your energy levels. Also, there's here I want to talk a little bit about Dr. Tanya Harding. She's going to be talking on our upcoming Wellness Matters show, which is next week, by the way. And Dr. Tanya is a functional medicine expert, and she's very educated. She spent nearly 30 years helping people understanding holistic health in some very simple and practical ways. So she's going to walk us through what's really happening with our hormones. Oh, good Lord. Why hormonal shifts feel so intense and what you can do about them. Also, how to support your health at every stage of life. And her approach is very simple, scientific, and quite empowering. So if this is something that interests you, you can drop me a comment or drop the word hormones below. Or you can just DM me directly and I'll send you a link so you can save your spot. But I'll also have the link attached at the end of the show. So if you don't even want to talk to me, you just click the link and save your spot. Now, I realize that it's kind of hard to know for sure what you're going to be doing a week from now. That's all right. Go ahead and book your spot anyways, because even if you can't make it, you can still watch the replay as soon as it comes up. So you'll be one of the first to get it. Now, it's a very important topic. I think is very well needed for people to know. So again, don't miss your spot. This could be the answer to many things that you've been searching answers for. So whether you're here to better understand what your own body is doing, or maybe you're here to help other people, with the same thing, you're going to be leaving with a lot of practical tips that you could actually take with you. So, a quick recap of today. Hormonal imbalances, they do have a quiet impact on your energy, mood, your weight, your sleep. But, you can do little simple shifts like magnesium, using adaptogens like ashwagandha or GABA as natural daily habits, because that can help restore your balance in a very natural way. Dr. Tanya Hardig is going to join us to unpack some of the real science behind hormonal health. She's going to share a lot of interesting tips for every stage of a woman's wellness journey in our upcoming Her Wellness Matter shows. So, if you're looking to better understand women's health, whether it's for yourself or someone that you care about, we can work together to design a personalized strategy that supports hormonal balance, energy, and overall wellness. You can just drop a comment below, drop the word hormone, or send me a message, DM me directly, and we'll set up a strategy session together because really taking care of that aspect of our health is very beneficial for everyone. And I would love for you to start the journey towards a healthier, more vibrant life if you can. So you can learn more about this in my wellness center. There's some great articles, three powerful benefits of GLA, importance of prenatal nutrition in the first 1,000 days, and Women's Health 101. Now, if you're also one that you like to learn stuff like this, I have a wellness community on Facebook, Danny's Wellness Tribe. I'll put the link for that along as well for you. And remember to register for that upcoming wellness webcast. Even if you can't be there, save a spot so that you get the replay. And if there's, links that you want directly sent to you, let me know. I will arrange that for you as soon as I get the word from you. So next week, I'm going to be getting into details. It'll be the day of the show. We're going to be going into more details about that. Sorry, I'm tired. And I do hope to see you there. So thanks again for being here. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to next week. I'm going to stop the share so I can actually see you better. And next week, I hope that you join me as well to see what all else is going to be in that show next Wednesday night. All right. Well, thanks everyone. I think I've got everything covered. Yeah. Make it a great week, everyone, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.